We here at the core crib. We got.
For anyone who doesn't know, JasonTheWeen, streamer on Twitch, pretty like large streamer on Twitch, I'm pretty sure, was in the FaZe clan before they all got exploded. Generally pretty good dude, but he made a petting zoo in his backyard and then Maya got upset. Shocking, I know.
We here at the core crib. We got a new pet. We got a new pet. It's an alpaca. It gives us like 500 mats if you break it.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm getting a new. I got a new pet. I ran out of content today, so I went to the pet store and got an alpaca.
You can cough.
Jason, how about next time you run out of content, you use your fucking brain and like come up with a good idea?
Nah. I mean, bro, this is a genius idea. I mean, who has a pet alpaca? Look. Huh? What do you think? Look. Oh, you want a hug? Oh, you want to go boy? So she hung up. We here at the core crib. We got a new.
So she hung up. Why does the alpaca have broccoli hair? And then, Jacksepticeye, who I think went to, Alvea's Sanctuary recently, he replied, but the tweet got deleted. Or he deleted the tweet, and the tweet was like, dude, obviously she would be upset at this. What the hell's wrong with you? And he responded saying, are you dead ass right now? And then where is it? Why did he call her anyways? Because he was like, well, she likes animals, right? She likes animals, right? Where is it? And then he had this tweet. JasonTheWeen doesn't understand why he's getting hate for having a petting zoo at his house for content. And he says, let's hate farm zoos then. All of this is performative.
For your animal farm.
By the way, this is the Blizzard equivalent of, you guys don't have phones? It's like, one of the massive, like, okay, there's a lot of bad things that content creators and influencers have brought into the world. And one of them is the fact that influencers love to get animals and then neglect the animal. And once they don't care about the animal anymore, they just, like, free it in the wild, even though it's a domesticated animal. So it's just going to die immediately. And they don't care. Like, the best example of this is Jake Paul. Jake Paul got a little, like, Chihuahua dog or something. And then he kept leaving it out, even though he lived somewhere where there were, like, coyotes. And then, oh, shocker, a coyote ate his dog. Wow. Who would have guessed? Dumbass. Well, don't worry. Get the big thing. We're going to get to everything. Hold up. That was the first offense. And then he went on like a hunt to find the coyote that killed his dog. And he like did this whole content about how he's going to kill this random coyote. It's like, for revenge. It's like the coyote didn't do it out of spite or because it's an evil animal that needs to be put down. That's just like what coyotes are. They're carnivores. And if you leave a delectable chihuahua out, it's going to eat the chihuahua. Like it's a fucking coyote. It didn't personally kill your dog just for fun. Like, hello? And then he goes and kills some random ass coyote. It's like, what the fuck? And then he got, people don't talk about this one as often, but he got this think it was like an African gray parrot, which these birds live like, I want to even say it was like 20 years? Might be more than that. Yeah, they live 23 years in the wild. So at home, like in the safety of a home, they can live 60 plus years. And they're really smart birds. And he did like all this content about this, like this bird that he didn't give a shit about. And then I'm pretty sure he like either released it or it just stopped showing up or it died. And it's like, oh, you took this intelligent animal that's supposed to live 60 years and you don't give a fuck about the animal at all. And you're just using it for one more video. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Nice. And then everybody knows about the pig story. He got this teacup pig, but there's no such thing as teacup pigs. All pigs are going to get like huge. And this pig that was like this small eventually got huge, and then it just mysteriously stopped showing up in videos. Oh, isn't that so weird? And then I think he said he like gave it to a farm or something, but then some people who like have a ranch found his pig randomly wandering out in like fields, and they knew it was his pig because it had literally the exact same spots all over it. And he was like, that's what happened to it. I swear I gave it to like a good ranch. I swear. No, I didn't just like release it in the wild and not give a fuck what happened to the pig that I got for content. I didn't do that. No. And then there was a video recently where he like throws his dog in like the water when he's on a boat, and he's like, oh my god, the dog is about to get hit with the thing on the boat, like the propeller or whatever. And he's like, no, we saved him, it's okay. It's like, and you can see in the video, it looks like he shoves the dog, like he kicks the dog off the boat. Like, all right, so that's all I have to say about that. All right, on that. Okay, actual serial killer shit. Yeah. And that's like, I think he's like the worst offender of this. I think other content creators will engage in like, I think some other content creators engage in some level of like, oh, the animals are just like fun props or whatever, right? And maybe they do like rehome them and everything like that. But like in general, if you don't know how to take care of a fucking llama, why the fuck are you getting a llama for content? You want to do content, then like, why not organize something with like a zoo that actually tries its best to take care of the animals, and it only helps animals that are like, or like a sanctuary, like Alveus, not like not one of the really shitty zoos that keeps animals in captivity that should not be left or kept in captivity, etc. That literally her whole thing is saving animals from people who do what Jason does. Like, hello, why would you call Maya on this? Like, dude. And like, bro has no plan for those animals. Like, you should treat animals like a responsibility. You shouldn't just get a random pet and you're like, I'm just getting it for content for this stream. No, dude, you get like food for content for a stream. Okay? You bring people on for content maybe for a stream. You don't just get an animal and then you're like, this animal's supposed to live a decade, and you're like, oh, now what do I do with it? Like, what the fuck?
For your animal farm.
What did we do to animals? What do we do to animal
I don't
farm?
know, bro.
This is how they treat animals and people, by the way. Just content to line their pockets, it's a sickness.
That was Jason, bro.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? No, let's hate farm zoos then. Let's hate farm fucking zoos, bro. Like, what are you actually saying, dude?
Bro, those animals, they probably had the time of their life being outside.
Fed them.
We fed them. We were hanging out with them, giving them attention. That's what animals want, dude.
Bro, yeah.
Aminals
And I
want.
guarantee you that guy fucking eats.
Bro, Lacey is not real. He's not real. He's not real. It's not, no.
Probably had the time of their life being outside.
Fed them.
We fed them. We were hanging out with them, giving them attention. That's what animals want, dude.
Bro, yeah.
Like, he's not real. Like, that's not
Yeah. And I guarantee you that guy fucking eats bacon. Guarantee you that guy eats fucking burgers. This shit performative. On God, all this shit
Like,
performative.
right, bro.
This shit all performative, bro.
For your animal farm.
What did we do to animal? What did we do to animal
I don't
farm?
know, bro.
This is how they treat
Oh yeah,
animals
that's the
and
clip. But like, also, if you knew anything about, like, if you've spoken to Maya at all, you should know that like people also don't like most zoos. Most zoos don't like treat the animals really well at all. And most zoos kind of suck, actually. So let's hate farm zoos. Yeah, we've been kind of doing that for a while. There are instances, I called it a zoo earlier, but what I actually meant was, there are sanctuaries and you can go and they're usually small and they have like only like a few types of animals. And they actually have like a lot of roaming space. But the point of a zoo is to try and squeeze in as many animal types as possible. Ones that shouldn't even be in a zoo to begin with. You mean aminals. Sorry, aminals. From what I've seen on stream, Maya treats those animals pretty well. They obviously trust her and feel safe. Well, yeah, I mean, like, there are sanctuaries specifically for helping animals that are going extinct. And they actually try and provide environments for those animals that are habitable and that are not too tiny. Like, can you imagine having like a giant golden retriever and you have like a 200 square or like a 300 square foot studio and you work all day and night? Like, you work all day, come home, and then go to bed. Like, maybe you take them out for a walk for 2 seconds and then you go to bed. It's like, an animal like that is not supposed to be in a tiny little space like that for that long. Right? Like, you're basically, like, that's the equivalent of shoving you in a closet all day. Right? And, like, a lot of zoos will have animals in tiny, small enclosures that are not meant to have that enclosure. Because there's no, like, mental stimulation. They're just, like, in a prison for other people's entertainment. Tulsa Zoo is small, does well with the animals. They've been expanding the habitats for all their large animals. Well, yeah, again, it's like, I know also, like, SeaWorld has had this problem as well, where, like, the dolphins or orcas or whatever are, like, depressed as fuck. And they live in tiny little, like, tanks. Like, they're not meant to live in these tiny little, like, tanks, man. Chai Temple, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Hi. Can't stand SeaWorld. The orcas, they aren't doing it anymore, admittedly, but they're focused on making rides again and, like, penguins. Which, again, if we're talking about, like, has anyone here ever nursed an animal that was injured before? When I was younger, I took in a pigeon that had, like, a broken wing. And I took in a sparrow that had a broken wing. And it, like, I guess it fell out of the nest and it didn't, like, it didn't pass, bro. It didn't pass the exam. And so they kind of both sucked at flying. And so it's like, oh, you probably won't make it out in the world. And the pigeon actually got better and it was able to fly. And then as soon as it was able to fly, I, like, released it again. Because, you know, I don't want a pigeon. I didn't really want a pigeon. And I was like, the whole goal was, I hope I can nurse it back to health to re-release it. And that's what I wanted with the sparrow as well. I was like, I'm hoping I can, like, help this little fledgling, you know, fly and then, you know, go out in the world. And unfortunately, the sparrow never, I think it, like, actually, it must have been either, like, it got injured or, like, a genetic defect or something. Because its other wing kind of, like, never grew completely. It had, like a teeny wing, like a tiny, one wing that was, like, full wingspan and the other one was kind of tiny. So it could fly, like, it could, like, glide down, you know? It couldn't go up, but it could glide down slowly. And I was like, well, I guess you're just, I guess you're just mine now. I guess you're just my little sparrow now. And then I took care of that sparrow until it eventually passed. But the goal, though, is not to take that's sanctuaries or organizations that help with species that are endangered or currently going extinct or at the risk of extinction. I think do something similar to or equivalent to that. That's great. You're trying to make their life as good as possible and trying to improve the life of that species and trying to make sure that they get like the full experience of living that little life despite not being able to participate the way that the rest of the animals are, right? Conservation sanctuary and rehab are different. Sure, I'm just talking about the similarities from like a personal perspective because maybe some people have done this. What was I was saying? Oh, there was something else I was going to say. But can you imagine taking a random ass pigeon? Well, some of the pigeons in New York are really chill. So maybe like pick a bird, like imagine grabbing some random ass fucking like raven and being like, you're going to stay in this cage now. Your whole life, you've only known like the free open air and going wherever you want and mating and building nests. No, the rest of your life is this cage now. It's like, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, man. Oh, man. Like, can you imagine someone grabbing you and just putting you in a cage for the rest of your life? And you know the open air and you know, like, freedom, and then you get thrown in this cage? Like, dude, what the fuck? That's, like, so sad. And most modern zoos, or a lot of modern zoos, that's the goal. Here's this cool exotic animal that people will pay to look at. Throw it in a cage. All right, we're good. It's like, oh my God. Ran out of content. Okay, that's your job, dude. It's just, yeah. I judge people heavily that own birds, unless the bird is like disabled or something. People that get birds, but the people that get birds and clip their wings, I genuinely despise them. I mean, clipping a bird's wings is like the equivalent of like declawing a cat. Like, what the fuck? Also, the coolest thing about birds is that they fly. What the hell? Spiritually Israeli, dude. All right. What was I going to say? Okay, but apparently he spoke to Maya, and then I think he's since apologized. Thank God, dude. Here was the...
This is... It's just a matter of, like, people learning, you know? And then animals in content in general, I think same thing that I said earlier, like, you have to look through it through the lens of, is this benefiting this animal or this animal species? Or is it just benefiting like me or the media that it's taking part in? And if the answer is it's not benefiting the animal or the species, then like you got to take a second look at it. Alveus, like the amount of times I've been asked to bring our animals to like a stream or a video or a shoot or a set or whatever is crazy. And I say no every single time just because of the stress that comes with transport and like putting them under lights and like meeting new people and all the stuff that comes with that. So that's just like, that's where I stand. Animals in content is like a tough thing, but it's not black and white. And if you guys, you, Jason, and like anybody, any stream.
I mean, it's about having like a long-term plan for this animal because it's not just like you hire a team to like build a set for content. Like what, do you guys remember that one stream that Kai Cenat and Speed did for like Chained Together or something? And they literally had this massive set where they were both literally chained to each other. And one of them was upstairs and one of them was downstairs. That's something you do for content because the objects don't give a shit. They're objects. Do whatever the fuck you want with the objects. They're literally, No, you yanked that chain too violently. have some fucking, like, what the hell? Okay. That's I had not seen that. It was actually pretty funny. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up. Chained together. Kai.
This was the day streamers Kai Cenat and Speed spent 12 hours chained together live playing Chained Together. But Kai and Speed took the realism to another level, being literally chained, Speed upstairs and Kai downstairs. The problem started even before the game began when Kai started pulling on Speed, hanging from the chain. Then the game begins. They reach the staircase, their characters get stuck.
I really hate the AI voice, man.
Like this. Speed makes some gestures at Kai, and Kai answers like this.
Alright, okay, no, stop.
Going further up, they find this car, but then argue about who's going to drive. So they decide to settle it with rock, paper, scissors. Kai wins, but that's when the first problem shows up.
Last one, come on. We got, no! Go right here! Oh, shit, jump, Nick! You stupid! Fucking dumbass nigga!
And to get back at him, Speed does this.
Kai, English or Spanish? English. First one to move is gay.
the fucking Death Note music in the back.
Desperation starts to hit hard because they had already been live for over 10 hours. After 12 hours, they finally see the carriage that would take them to the end of the game. Speed takes the lead since if they fell, they'd have to start all over again from 12 hours ago. And then this happens. This was the day.
The fucking screaming. First one to move is gay. Wow, isn't that crazy? You can like make content without getting some animals and then being like, okay, now what do we do with this shit? What did I come back to? I don't fucking know, dude. Like after they're done with that stuff, I mean, commanding presence. After they're done with that stream, right? Like they hire a team to build the set, and then after the stream, they have a team come take the set apart, probably throw that stuff in like some fucking storage or whatever for like the next time they might need that stuff for a future set. And then you're good. With like the animals for content thing, it's like, okay, what happens when you don't want to take care of the animal anymore? Because it's not fun content for you anymore. Now what? Now, oh, you just didn't think that far ahead. Okay, got it. All right. So yeah. I hate how entertaining that was as a 29-year-old woman with a husband and a life. Mother vixen. Stop. No, I mean, I will say, like, Kai definitely did a lot of high-effort content, and I'm a speed enjoyer personally, so, like, and then he did eventually, okay, huge dubs. I'm glad we talked about it today instead of yesterday. Because he did do this stream.
I'm currently getting fried on Twitter right now for doing the petting zoo segment and then calling Maya. All right, when I called Maya, I seen someone in the chat say, call Maya. And I was like, oh shit, there's an alpaca. It's a cool animal. Let me call Maya and show Maya. All right, I was being ignorant and didn't realize that she doesn't like petting zoos. So, yeah, that was me. That was on me. That was on me. But I feel like getting called a subhuman fucking word that rhymes with sink and getting called gross.
Whoa.
And that I should fucking die is a bit much, bruh. Bruh. I think that's a bit much. I'm currently getting fried on Twitter right now.
Okay, I do think anyone whipping out the racist slurs is a little bit insane. That's I don't understand how that fixes animal abuse. I do think on Twitter though, if you say anything ever, there's always some person telling you to kill yourself. I was a chud-ass loser in upper elementary, and on a field trip, a llama started eating my hair through the fence, and our guide, without helping me, started educating the group on why my hair looked like hay. Is a crazy story. I don't know how that fits into this segment, but that's crazy that happened to you, man. Sorry about that, man. Sorry. I hope the hair grew back normally. Oh, Christ. Literally called your hair hay. Sorry about the hay hair. Did you see Cutie's tweet? Wait, did she tweet about this specific thing, or do you mean like about the DMCA thing? Because we talked about that yesterday. Oh, she deleted it, unfortunately. Oh, was it about this other stuff? Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Well, anyways, yeah, did you talk about MG Kelly's, is it MG Kelly new album with Wiz? Guys, I'm not a music person, okay? I have some songs that I listen to and I'm like, this shit bussin'. And then that's it. I don't think Jason learned a single thing. No, I think he just got a bunch of backlash and he was like, oh, was I wrong about this? Oh, I might have been wrong about this. Oh, quote, yup, you're just like Hassan. No, Hassan doesn't listen to music, okay? His issue wasn't that he was wrong, but he shouldn't have let Maya know that because he knew she wouldn't like it. I think he just phrased it poorly. I think what he was saying was like he put it on Maya and he made it her problem. There was this as well. There was a previous clip. 1 second, maybe I lost it or something. There was a different clip where he was like, I don't understand like why Maya's so mad, and like that shit's just gonna like, why would you say that, man?
So, Maya. All right, when I called Maya, I seen someone in the chat say, call Maya. And I was like, oh shit, there's an alpaca. It's a cool animal. Let me call Maya and show Maya. All right, I was being ignorant and didn't realize that she doesn't like petting zoos. So, yeah, that was me. That was on me. That was on me. But I feel like getting called a subhuman.
Okay, and then you saw this. Like he said, it was on me. Like I think that also there might be a disconnect here between like millennial apologies and like Zoomer apologies. And Zoomer apologies are, that was on me, that was my bad, which is admitting fault. This is my experience engaging with different generations. Now he's not apologizing. I mean, what do you think that was on me meant?
Let me call Maya and show Maya. All right, I was being ignorant and didn't realize that she doesn't like petting zoos. So, yeah, that was me. That was on me. That was on me. But I feel like getting called a sub.
I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion then. He's taking accountability and acknowledging fault. What is the issue? I think it's just that like people are frustrated about what he did to begin with. And usually when things are frustrating enough, the apology has to be perfect, and it's not perfect. Maybe just because it sounds like he's apologizing for hurting Maya's feelings and not the issue itself. I think like he still doesn't understand what he did, why what he did was wrong, Imo. No, but he has a whole conversation with Maya about it before this. Like they literally had a whole conversation on stream about it. Can we watch the full convo? All right, sure. Well, you know what? Sure. I'm down. VOD? It's probably yesterday's VOD. Wish I had a timestamp for this. Okay, here we go. I think I found it. Oh.
Let's address this. Only getting fried on Twitter right now for doing the petting zoo segment and then calling Maya. All right, when I called Maya, I seen someone in the chat say call Maya, and I was like, oh shit, there's an alpaca. It's a cool animal. Let me call Maya and show Maya. All right, I was being ignorant and didn't realize that she doesn't like petting zoos. So, yeah, that was me. That was on me. That was on me. But I feel like getting called a subhuman fucking word that rhymes with sink and getting called gross and that I should fucking die is a bit much, bruh. Bruh. I think that's a bit much, all right? But yeah, that's really all. And I'm the next Jake Paul.
I'm trying to get the part where he's talking to her on stream. Okay, there we go.
But
can we speed it up a little? Is that okay? Do you guys mind if I 1.5 it?
I had the intention of shoving that I felt like I had a petting zoo in my.
Wait, I regret fast forwarding. Sorry.
In general, and I was like, "Thank you, Ma. Love, learn my lesson." But that's a bit. That's it. One of the good ones. As in, like I don't know, like one of the. I don't know what that means, but I mean that's a positive thing. So, yeah. Streamers, one of the good streamers, I guess. But I didn't have the intention of shoving that I felt like I had a petting zoo in my backyard. By the way, they were being fed throughout. It was like an hour segment, and I didn't actually fucking buy an alpaca and made an alpaca my pet. But that's all.
They were being.
But yeah, bro, my DMs looked like fucking like I killed somebody, man. Like I fucking murdered an animal. Brother, I was calling all types of them. I mean, whatever. I guess it's deserved. I don't think it was that serious. But I learned my lesson, bro. No more petting zoos. No more petting zoos. Yeah, that's about it. But Maya said she wanted to call, so I'm about to ring Maya. No more animals. Oh God. All right, let's see how this ends. Oh shit. Maya.
Ah, look who it is!
Hello.
JasonTheWeen, what's up? Hey.
Hi. Listen.
Hi.
I say I was being ignorant yesterday or 2 days ago, and yeah. I mean, I already texted you. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wanted to call because one, I think this is a fantastic opportunity for education, and two, I would never ever miss out on an opportunity to continue hate farming Jason Wheat. Feel me? So I wanted to talk to you on stream about it.
Hey, I'm all ears. I'll sit here. Hey, listen.
Okay. Are you ready? I'm just gonna yap your ear off.
Listen, educate me.
Okay. All right. So I think that the number one most important thing is that we're gonna chat. This is gonna be really fun. You're gonna have so much fun right now. We're gonna have a conversation about like for-profit animal business models and some of the issues that I have with them. But before we talk about them, I want to say that all of the vast majority of the time when there's stuff that happens like this, it is because the customers and the clients, right, they just don't know any better. Right. And so that's an important thing to know, including me in the past. Right. Like I've gone to petting zoos. I've gone to really shitty zoos. Like I've done a lot of really shitty stuff too, because I just didn't know any better. But this is now we can talk about stuff so that people do know better. Right. So let's start with petting zoos. Right. Petting zoos.
I genuinely, really, the speed up is confusing me. It's just faster. I'll slow it down for Maya speaking. This is my specific opinion, okay? This is my particular opinion. You guys can disagree with me if you want to disagree with me. One, his own chat's mad at him, all right? Two, I do really think this is a generational difference. Have you guys seen, like, not Zoomers, baby boomers get really mad when millennials say, like, no problem instead of like you're welcome or something like that? Or like, oh, my bad or whatever. They do? Yeah. If you guys know I'm not Gen Z, no, it's not. I am Gen Z. Okay, do you know that there's like a major difference between older Gen Z and younger Gen Z people? Just like old millennials are all cringe, and young millennials, some of them are cringe. Wow, thanks. It's just true. I'm sorry. They're cringe, but they're free. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What was I saying? Right. This is just my opinion based on my read of these people, and you guys can disagree with me. And I don't really care. I really don't care how many people dislike JasonTheWeen. It does not impact my life at all. What was I saying? Right. In my experience talking to like young Gen Zers, this is how apologies look from young Gen Zers. This is the equivalent of admitting fault. Instead of using all of these words and being like verbose, the solution is, yeah, I didn't know that she wouldn't like it. And the subtext there is, I didn't understand why she wouldn't like it. I didn't understand what was wrong with it. I didn't understand. That was my bad. And then having her on so that she can clear her name and explain all this stuff much better than he can is the way that he wants to make amends. That he is more upset about making Maya upset than he is about the animals. And he doesn't really understand what was wrong with the animals, but he feels bad that he didn't know, and he feels bad that he made Maya upset. And so now he's trying to like correct it by saying, yeah, that's my bad. I didn't know she was not gonna, I didn't know, my bad. Otherwise, what he would have said is, I don't understand why she was so mad about it. But it doesn't matter. You guys shouldn't have done this and this. Why are you guys calling me slurs? And I feel like if you watch any of JasonTheWeen's other clips, it's like he's very like young Zoomer in the way that he speaks, because he is a young Zoomer. And everything is shorthand for everything that's already shorthand. I don't think Maya fans called him slurs. I mean, I didn't say Maya fans called him slurs, and he didn't say Maya fans called him slurs. He said they're cooking me on Twitter, and I just think I didn't deserve being called anti-Asian slurs. That's my opinion. If you guys want to place, I just feel like, generally speaking, especially when it comes to content creators like JasonTheWeen. I think that, like, Hanlon's razor is here. And I think you should not attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance. Does that make sense? And honestly, like, here's the thing. What would you want him to do to atone? I feel like this is pretty good. Bringing Maya on to explain why what he did was wrong to everybody. Yeah, he's not going to explain. He's too stupid to explain it well. This is the best thing he could have done after doing that stream. The best thing he could have done is bring Maya on to explain why he was being a fucking idiot. So, yeah, I mean, like, I think that's I don't know. I don't think this is like, I don't think it has to be more than that. I don't think it has to be like anything beyond that. And also, if all you wanted was him to not have done the stupid thing in the first place, then okay, you can have that opinion. You're entitled to that opinion. But if you actually care about what would he do to make amends for having the dumbass idea of getting a petting zoo and putting a fucking random ass llama in there when he doesn't know how to fucking take care of a goddamn fucking llama? Yeah, this would be the next thing that I would want him to do, to bring someone on to actually explain why what he did is not okay and why you shouldn't just get pets for content. Donate to Alveus, maybe? He's donated like over $100,000 to Alveus. Also, personally, I think donating money to make the problem go away is way less tactful and kind of gross compared to just bringing someone on to explain why what you did is stupid.
It also is like, it's not all of them, right? Like they're I'm not saying that this is like
I just don't think he needs to be hung. What does his dick got to do with it?
nothing is black and white in industries like this. But I think that it's important when you look at
what?
When you look at businesses that have animals that are for profit, one thing that you have to look through the lens of is like, is this benefiting the animal and or the species, or is it just benefiting the people that are paying for the experience, right? And if it's just benefiting the people that are paying for the experience, then maybe it's exploitative, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not necessarily talking about, I don't know the company that you hired from, right? Like I'm not talking about this company, but one thing that I see that's a pattern in things like petting zoos, mobile petting zoos, is there's always baby animals involved, right? Because people love baby animals and they love taking pictures of them and petting them and whatever. One thing that people don't realize is if a petting zoo constantly has rotating baby animals, they don't keep those animals throughout the duration of their lives, right? It's not like they have hundreds of animals, even though they go through dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of babies a year for these programs. So what happens?
It's crazy that there's Hassan derangement syndrome about something that has nothing to do with Hassan. But she will not say anything about her friend abuse her dog, though. Dude, stop. How is this Hassan's fault? All right, continuing. Isn't that Occam's razor? Apologies, I never heard the term Hanlon's razor. Google search tells me it's different. Let's attribute my earlier post. Yeah, Hanlon's razor is different from Occam's razor. It's just don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance. So like when you run into like a random ass chud that thinks like trans people are gonna make him trans, it's like, that's a dumb person. That's an idiot. That guy doesn't even know what the fuck now, he can also be a horrible person that's trying to make your life worse, but why does he think that? Because he's a fucking idiot, right? Whereas like someone like Stephen Miller, they operate exclusively on just like malicious intent. And most of the time, normal people who aren't making a profit for having dumb opinions, the reason they think that in the first place is just because of ignorance. Now, can you explain what Denims' razor is? Something one shirt.
Happens to them when they reach adulthood. Most of the time, or a lot of the time, they'll send them, like, they'll sell them at an auction. So that means that they'll go to like meat products or pet kibble products or things like that. And that's something people don't know about. And that's something I don't expect, like, you guys probably didn't know about. Like, you're probably just hearing about that for the first time. So that's something to look out for. And then same with programs that have baby animals at zoos.
Time of gift.
Right? If you're like...
Thank you for the penance. Thank you for the 5 gift subs.
Camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
That's right, guys. Every time you say something wrong in chat ever, you have to gift subs to make up for it. Watch and learn, everybody.
If you're taking pictures of baby animals at zoos, like baby tigers or something, you'll notice they go through dozens of baby tigers or baby lions a year. But that facility doesn't have dozens and dozens of adult lions and tigers. So where are they going? Game ranches. So there are these ranches where they'll sell juvenile, like young, big cats to these ranches where it's all fenced in. And then people will pay to go in and shoot them for like trophy hunting. The animals have to go somewhere. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's something that people don't know. And people go to zoos and they're like, oh, I just want to take a picture with a baby tiger, or I want to like bottle feed this baby tiger. And they don't know. So like, this is, it's just a matter of like people learning, you know? And then animals in content in general, I think same thing that I said earlier, like, you have to look through it through the lens of, is this benefiting this animal or this animal species, or is it just benefiting like me or the media that it's taking part in? And if the answer is it's not benefiting the animal or the species, then like you got to take a second look at it. Alveus, like the amount of times I've been asked to bring our animals to like a stream or a video or a shoot or a set or whatever is crazy. And I say no every single time just because of the stress that comes with transport and like putting them under lights and like meeting new people and all the stuff that comes with that. So that's just like, that's where I stand. Animals in content is like a tough thing, but it's not black and white. And if you guys, you, Jason, and like anybody.
Dude, I've known people on like a smaller level who like get animals. Like they'll get like a cat and they're like, oh, this is so much fun. Yay. And then the second that they like want to move, they're like, well, I don't want this cat anymore. So, and then they just like drop the cat off at a shelter. It's like, dude, like what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like okay. Okay.
Any streamers, because I'm sure we're all over Twitter.
Yeah, nah, I mean,
if anybody,
I was just getting like a petting zoo because I was gonna do it with
And let me be honest with you guys, sometimes your pet is really fucking annoying. I don't know how people have dogs, man. I would be like infinitely mad every day. It's like, I gotta walk you every day. Fuck. Damn, bro. I can't remember to walk myself, bro. And oh my God, it was like 2 days ago. I was here with my cats. It was like, Mayor Cat does this really fucking annoying thing. I don't know why he does it. I think it's because he wants like attention and playtime immediately when I wake up because he's waited all night. He waited 8 hours and he's like, this fucking sleepy ass bitch, wake up. And he will, using him for content, Denims. No, he's stealing my chair. Every time I start using a different chair, he's like, ooh, well, you warmed it for me. Let me have the chair. And it's like, what if I get you a heating pad? I got him like a heated blanket, like a heated pad for pets. And he's like, why would I sit on that? Why the fuck do you think I would ever want to sit on that? Dumbass, idiot, moron. No, I don't ever. The heating is all wrong, you fucking psychopath. And it's like, anyway, so he does this annoying ass thing. And yesterday I almost had a meltdown. Not actually, but he does this annoying thing where I wake up, I'm like getting ready for stream. and he will sit in the corner of this room, in the corner, the farthest most corner, and then he goes, and he does it for like 30 minutes, and I know it makes me so, and it's like, I'm trying to get ready for stream, man. And he won't stop until I have to chase him around the apartment, and then he wants to do kickies, so I have to get like the glove, and then I go like this with him, and then he like kicks it, and then he wants me to like throw his like ball for fetch a bunch of times, and he literally wants me to do that for him for like 30 minutes so he can get he's like asking me to entertain him. And he did that. He does it every morning, and he did that yesterday. And then I was cleaning the bathroom. I was like deep cleaning the bathroom, and there's like litter all over the bathroom. Like, oh, this sucks. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And then I notice Wormy has this really bad, weird hyperfixation with like plastic for some reason. She wants to eat the plastic and she wants to pee on the plastic, and I don't understand why. I don't understand. She's not allowed to have, like, I can't have plastic anywhere around because she will do one of those two things. And it's the only time she misbehaves really badly. And so I had left one tiny piece of plastic out, and I guess she peed on it, and I was like, I'm like cleaning this fucking pee. I have enzyme cleaner, so it eradicates the smell completely. And I'm like cleaning that. And then I see her like running around back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, don't do it. And she's running back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, don't do it. And then she throws up on the carpet. I'm like, why are you running after you ate? Why? Why? You know better than to do that. And then it's like, and then I'm like cleaning this stupid fucking throw up. I'm like, I'm gonna eat you. Cat owners think we can't smell their cat piss. No, I have enzyme cleaner. The enzyme literally breaks down the smell. And the reality is with cats, if they pee on something, and she peed on this like piece of plastic that was on like hardwood, so it was fine. But if they pee on something and that area still smells like pee, they will come back and pee on it again and again and again and again and again. And the enzyme cleaner actually eradicates and like destroys it, so they don't ever come back to it. So yeah, it's cheap it's literally, if you go to just Amazon and just like enzyme cleaner cat pee or whatever, you'll find it. The enzyme breakdown. I mean, I'm literally right. I'm literally correct. I know because before that, they would do the thing where like the cats do this thing where they're trying to cover up a smell, and they'll like do this, and they like do this, like it's like litter, and they're like trying to hide it. And they'll do that infinitely forever. They try to like bury it. The enzyme cleaner makes it so it doesn't happen. It like literally doesn't happen. Are people's cats pissing all over the house? Mine just uses the litter box. My cats use the litter box 99.9999999% of the time. But Wormy is just weird sometimes. She's just a weird fucking cat sometimes, where she just like, she specifically likes when there's like, you ever order something online and it's like, it's a box, and then instead of like packing peanuts, they put the plastic filled with air in it as a way to, pad the object that they don't want to get destroyed. She likes eating it. She does one of two things. She eats it or she pees on it. And she's done it like 3 times, and it makes me so mad. And it's the only thing she does. I don't know what the fuck. She doesn't do anything else anywhere else ever. It's just that. That's her only, that, and like she likes to eat and then run around and throw up. Which makes me pissed off. She does that like at least once a month. She'll do that. I'm like, why? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? And I will tell you, if cats pee on something and it still smells like pee, they will do the trying to hide it motion over and over for infinitely, forever. The enzyme literally breaks down one of the things in cat pee And it makes it so they don't smell it and you don't smell it anymore. And also, I'm like fucking insane. So I've told everyone in my life that's ever visited my apartment, I'm like, you better fucking tell me if my place smells bad. If you don't tell me, we are not friends anymore. You have to tell me. Okay? And one time I invited someone over and they were shocked that I had cats. They were like, wow, I actually didn't smell it at all. Whoa. Whoa, cool. Yeah, because cat owners can become immune to it. Well, yeah, because it's not that it's not that cat owners become immune to cat smell. It's that you become immune to the smell in your house. They lied. Why do you assume that? I'm sorry that your place smells like shit and none of your friends are honest enough with you because you don't know how to pick friends. Dumbass hoe, bitch ass hoe. Skill issue, problem on your part. My friends are real enough. You know how real my friends are? You know how real my friends are? Without asking, my friend, I love her. She literally sent me my own TikTok and was like, I love you, but like, why did you record this at a millennial angle? You really should use the front camera. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. This is what the text message reads. This would do better if you didn't record it like a millennial respectfully. That's what she said to me. Unprompted. I did not ask for help with that video. Unprompted, she just hit me with that. She just hit me with that unprompted. I was like, damn, that's crazy. All right. I will try to fix that in the future. I need to record something like a millennial. You become nose blind. That's why you have other people that help you. What part of this are you not understanding? I can't tell. Sometimes I can't tell if chat intentionally acts fucking stupid to spike my cortisol. I can't tell. That's why you have someone else that's a real one that will tell you. That's the point. Anyways, so yeah. The answer is yes. It must be. What was I trying to say? What's the enzyme cleaner you use? It's literally, I just Google enzyme cleaner. Cat. It's let's see here. Amazon. I buy like the big jug. And then whenever I need it replaced, I replace it every once in a while. It's literally Amazon commercial, multi-purpose enzyme cleaner pet stain remover, 1 gallon, 1 pack. It is the Amazon brand. This is the one that I get. This is not a sponsor. I'm just describing. This is a sponsor-free stream. Why do we stop talking about politics and Trump? Bro, your second ever message in chat was tips on finding a girl like you IRL. Huh? The hell are you talking about? Sounds like you're the one that doesn't want to talk about politics, big dog. Anyways, closing all this shit. Yeah, no, that shit worked. Oh, anyways, yeah, so yesterday I was like, it was like yesterday or the day before, I was losing my mind with my cats. I was like, I am going to bake both of you. Mashallah, you will be fucking baked. I was so annoyed. I was like, I went to bed mad. I was like, cat. And then I woke up and then my cat was right there. And I was like, oh, he's so cute though. He's so cute. Oh, no, he's cute. He's a good boy. There's a chemical in plastic that mimics pheromones for cats, and that's why they're obsessed with eating or peeing on it. What the hell? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, that's just kind of like the normal part of like having a pet for life. Having a normal pet for life is literally just every once in a while they'll do some stupid shit that makes you fucking annoyed. It doesn't make you stop loving that pet, but you're just like, Was it necessary? Was it necessary to drop the vase that was filled with water and plants and shatter it into a million glass pieces and make me clean it? Was that necessary? Was that necessary to do? Was it necessary to do that? Yes. Yes, it was necessary. God fucking damn it. Can you imagine getting a fucking llama? Can you imagine getting a llama? What the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck llamas eat. I don't know what llamas need. Dude, I heard that, like, rabbits can die if you just, like, if noises are too loud. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Do you have any proof that it was the cats who did that? It could have been an intruder. You know, I guess I just didn't think about an intruder entering my home and then just pissing in the plastic box and then leaving. I guess that's possible. You could have been, that could be true. That could be true. That actually could be factually true. Anyways, the only thing I will say, good on Jason for yesterday bringing Maya on to explain why the fuck you shouldn't just randomly get a pet. Let me let her finish.
Actually, yeah, I was going to bring a petting zoo to the backyard. I didn't really think about, oh, I'm exploiting animals. And then when I called you, I was like, oh, it's a cool alpaca. Let me show Maya, because Maya equals animals. And
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about all the extra, you know,
I know.
things like
I know.
that. But
Yeah, and that's like, it's just because people don't know any better. But then you learn, and then you do better, and that's all that it is, and it's fine. And Jason apologized to me day of, and you know, I think you're a good dude, and I think that this is a really good learning opportunity. And I had a lot of fun hate farming you.
I'm glad.
I really enjoyed myself. So.
Hey,
Thank you.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. But seriously, for anybody like you and, you know, all the core boys and streamers and whatever, if anyone's interested in using animals in their content and you're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure if this is chill, just DM me if you're a creator. And, you know, I'll tell you what I think about it. But yeah, it's not always easy, but it definitely is like it's a weird one having animals in content, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, we learned. We learned today. We learned this week.
No, I definitely learned. Definitely learned. But hey, thank you, Ma. I appreciate you, Ma.
Yeah. No, thank you, Jason. You're great.
All right. Well, I'll leave you alone now. Thank you for, you know, helping me in this situation, helping me learn. You know, because I made a mistake.
You're all good. I love you.
All right. Love you too. Have a good one.
Bye.
Not gonna do a guitar segment, bro. Now explain.
Like a Fusli guitar?
Dude, I was listening, bro. Just because I'm not saying anything doesn't mean I'm not. I'm not listening. Explain it. All right, so listen. Most of the time.
Oh, like a ukulele. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that's the most. Every time I hear guitar, I think of that clip. It's like, I feel like a Manchurian Candidate. It's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of guitar, especially on Twitch. But anyways, I think that was pretty fine. Like, I really don't think it was bad. I think he literally, I don't think it's worth infantilizing adults, but I do think people are gonna fuck up. And it's impossible to not fuck up. Everybody is fucking up every single fucking... All right. All the time. All right? I don't know what any particular person's metrics look like on fuck-ups per minute, hour, day, month, year. However, I think if someone I think what you should judge is whether or not they try and fix it. How bad the original stance, what was the original thing? How bad it was? Is it fixable? And can everyone get something out of this that's positive? And I think that that's, you know, like, what was the worst thing that happened? These animals, he got these animals that he shouldn't gotten because he doesn't know how to take care of them. Can it be remedied? Yeah, it can still be remedied. It's not like he killed the animals. It's not like he released them into the wild. Great. So the animals are still fine. All right. Can we use this as an educational opportunity? Yes. Okay, great. So I don't know. I think in terms of like, I think yesterday was bad because I was before this stream, and yesterday it was like he was still like, "Why is everyone so mad at me?" It's like, dude, what do you mean? Why is everyone so mad at me? What the hell? Uh-huh. You got to compare Jason to his peers. Like, remember he was in phase? I mean, I don't think it's necessary. I think you can just judge people as people. I think the problem is that when you have like a platform, whether you want to or not, you have a higher, like a greater responsibility because you can impact so many people into being worse versions of themselves or better versions. So I don't even think it's like, well, he's just like a baby boy. He just doesn't know. Like, no. I'm comparing him to how I treat myself. Now, I wouldn't make this mistake because I know better, because I'm not going to get an animal to take care of unless I'm ready fully to take care of it. Like, I kind of want to get like a little lizard. But I got to do a lot of research into like, I don't want to just go and get a random ass lizard and I don't know shit about lizards. I heard like geckos, there are these like tiny geckos that are pretty easy to take care of. I have a friend who has geckos. And they said geckos are pretty good. Tiny geckos are pretty good. Especially because the smaller the animal is, the less large the enclosure has to be. And I don't want a giant enclosure. So I want to give them a huge enclosure relative to them. And that's easier to do if they're really tiny. And I wanted to like, it would be like television for my cats. But then I would have to make sure that they can't get in so that the gecko is safe. And then I have to figure out what geckos eat. I don't know what geckos eat. Bugs. So, yeah. My point is, like, I've thought about, like, oh, I want to get this. And even for getting, like, a teeny tiny little gecko, I'm like, well, I got to sit down and plan about 5 hours of research on what to do about a tiny little gecko. Right? Do not get reptiles as pets. Why? What's wrong with getting reptiles as pets? What? All right, chatter is gone. Chatter is gone, people. IDK, ask Maya. Let's call Maya. Like I said, I already know someone who's big on amphibians, reptiles. I don't know which one. I don't know if geckos are amphibians or reptiles. Actually, I actually don't know. But they recommended, they were like, if you want like a pretty easy-ish animal to take care of, there's a specific gecko that's really easy to take care of. And they don't need like a huge enclosure. They're just silly little guys. So I'm like, ooh, okay. They're probably talking about leopard geckos. That's probably the one. That's probably the one that they were talking about. That's probably the one. So, what was I saying? Why did I bring all this shit up? Oh, yeah, I don't know, like, so I know better than, like, to say get an animal farm or, like, get a fucking petting zoo in my house. Like, I know that I don't know how to take care of a bunch of animals. I know how to take care of a cat. I've had friends who've had ferrets, and I'm like, oh, getting a ferret would be so dope. But ferrets are illegal in California. And technically, people who have ferrets in California, they have to take them as, like, cat to vets, and you have to find like a specific vet that will take care of ferrets. And I'm like, that sounds like, and then ferrets are actually like also work, and I'm like, they stank, they're stinky. I've also heard this. I'm like, yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get that. Sounds like way more work because they're so cute. But I was like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. So I know that, and I know the things I don't know how to take care. Like I'm aware of that. Like what the unknown unknowns. The known unknowns? Unknown unknowns. Whichever one. Why are they illegal overbuying? I actually don't know why they're illegal in California. I'm actually not sure. I don't know. I've never looked into it. But like if someone is trying, like all I'm saying is I would much rather an environment where people make mistakes like this and then they actually fix the mistake. That's it. Like, was there any, like, did we step in before any harm occurred? Yes? Okay, great. And I trust Maya will like whip him into shape and make sure the animals that he bought get taken care of and get sent to actual sanctuaries with people that can actually take care of them instead of his dumbass trying to take care of a fucking llama. So you know what? Oh, people let them go and they kill wildlife or they die because it's too hot. Oh, okay, that makes sense. They run a very high risk of damaging the native weasel population if they were to be released. That makes sense. All right, that makes sense. And I like the world where people grow and it's like if he killed a llama on stream for content, I'd be like, yeah, this guy might be like a psychopath. Like I don't think we need to forgive this guy, man. Like that guy, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. But it's like he bought one and was like, no, look, I'm doing what you do. It's like, are you fucking stupid? Maybe. I didn't know that. I guess I just didn't think about it. It's like, okay. I'm more angry at a pet shop that had these animals and sold it to him. Yeah. Oh, wait, he bought the animals? Oh, he rented them. Okay, he rented the animals. He didn't buy them. I apologize. He rented them. I don't like the company that's like renting out random ass animals to people. But, and now we get an opportunity to educate everyone on why making some random ass petting zoo is cringe and fucked up as hell and like how these animals are generally not taken care of and everyone's always excited to meet like the baby ones, but no one is ever willing to take care of the adult ones and etc. So, you know what? Great. It's a mobile petting zoo. Renting the animals out is what they do. It sucks. All right. But yeah, like I said, did we get something positive out of this? Hey, you shouldn't like use the companies or give money to the companies that rent out animals because they don't really take care of the animals out. They don't really take care of the animals as much as they should. And now like however many viewers he had that day learned about that. Like I think good came out of that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Cool. I mean, some of Maya's animals were literally rescued from that environment, right? I mean, I don't know about all the animals that she's gotten, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I think people are just frustrated because every generation of streamers seemingly has to learn these lessons every few years. Sure, and I'm saying if these things are going to happen, which unfortunately we live in the world where they are going to happen, unless there's legislation signed in, which I wouldn't hold my breath for, I would much rather this every, like 100 out of 100 times over whatever the fuck Jake Paul does, where like he kills another fucking endangered species and he's like, oh, I got a baby panda and now I killed it for content. It's like, oh, okay. So, you know. All right. That's my, except his fans are still being shitty and saying, well, other people did it. Nah, he definitely did it just to clip farm Maya, and now his followers are harassing Maya and undermining his work. Bro, he literally has a sub in his chat right now that typed out, you retained nothing. Your brain is Balesh? I don't know what that is. Okay, I hope that's not a slur. Like his chat's literally saying, explain it, then explain it. So tell us what you learned then. Like his chat's and these are subs in his chat. These are people who gave him money and they're like, you're fucking dumbass, didn't retain anything, you dumbass bitch ass hoe. Like they're making fun of him. Like this is not a very good way to clip farm Maya if your own subs are all calling you a fucking dumbass. Like, I don't Some of his chat is harassing Alveus and Maya's chat daily, though. Well, then he should try his best to curb that as much as he can and say, like, don't fucking harass Maya. What the hell's wrong with you people? Also, we can be a bit charitable. Doesn't have to be cynicism all the way down. The other thing, too, is I just disagree. This is a great message to highlight. See, I highlight positive messages. I also just disagree with cynicism as like a general leading principle because it's a great way to just become an awful person, an awful version of yourself. I don't agree with like the cynicism, with like cynicism all the way down. I don't think we should infantilize him and be like, he's just a baby boy. He doesn't know any better. He was like, no, he's an adult. He's an adult and should be treated like an adult. So let's judge him as an adult. I'm going to judge him the way that I would judge any other person in his situation, or I'm going to do my best to. And it's like, okay, good on you. I think you did the best you could to remedy your fuck up. All right. So that's all. I think we can have a little bit of charitability. Just a teeny bit and use it as like a teachable moment and have that, you know? That's why I just say I have nothing nice to say until he shapes up. That's it. Yeah, I agree. Stop the baby girlification. Only Leon Kennedy is a baby girl. Everybody else is not. So I do think like if he should, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I do think if you know that someone that got involved in like some stupid drama farm that you started accidentally or intentionally, you should do your best to curb the harassment that's being caused to those other people. And be like, hey, stop. If I see even one person in this community harassing Maya, perma insta ban. How do you accidentally farm drama like this? All right. And you call your camera pig time. True. All right. Denims get a jumping spider. Listen, I think jumping spiders are really cool, but I don't want spiders. Spiders are like really cool, but I don't want them in my house. I just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to be. They're cool from afar. You know? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. You know, like, I think tigers are really cool. I wouldn't want a tiger. I wouldn't want one. I'm good on having a tiger. If you could own tigers reasonably. Wussy. Shut up. You don't want to be the Tiger King? No, actually, no. No. Yes, you would. No, I wouldn't. It's the same reason I can't have a snake, dude. I don't want to feed the snake like mice, man. It's like, oh, man. I hate this part. Oh, man. Oh, so you're just wrong then. Got it. Okay, dude. Okay. You don't feed them live animals? Do you know that's worse, right? I saw someone feed their snake this like they thawed this frozen mouse. And I was like, I don't like looking at that. That didn't make me feel good. The fact that you're feeding it a dead animal makes it feel worse somehow. Like it's whole, completely there. It just feels worse, man. Man. Wrong. Live feeding can kill your snake. Okay, dude. I don't know why every statement is like wrong, 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 wrong. Okay, there are people I've met who live feed their snakes, and there are people I've met who don't. Maybe it's a different type of snake. I don't know. You don't want to feed them live food, but you also don't want to feed them dead ones. I don't know. You shouldn't feed them live because if they don't want to eat it right then the rat might nibble on the snake. Frozen thawed is safer. Well, yeah, but the problem also that I understand from people who I know who have snakes, I would never get a snake, okay? Is that they want the experience of like hunting. And the enrichment of hunting. Did I say rat? I thought I said mice. If I said rat, I apologize. I meant mice. Like baby mice or whatever. And yeah. I feel bad having them in a glass box forever. That also makes me sad. The pet store owner told me they won't go back to dead if you do live. You know what? I don't, like I said, I don't have any snakes. I'm just going off of the people I know who have snakes, and you guys can do your research on snakes if you have a snake. I don't know. I know my friend had a snake, and the snake refused to eat the live mouse. It was like a live baby mouse, and it couldn't eat it because it was too stupid to hunt it. So it kept like trying to get it, and then it would miss. And then it was gonna starve to death. So they had to swap over to like frozen mice. That's what I was told. So Chad's trolling down. I'm just going, I'm not going to get a snake. Snakes are like cool and everything, but like, I don't want a snake, you know? I'm just good on a snake. I just don't. I don't feel like it's my vibe, you know? Like being a snake person. Just not. I like lizards more. I like reptiles feel a lot more. Yeah. I already have an anaconda. Shut up. Snakes are reptile. Okay, the reptiles with legs then. Jesus. Chat. Damn you. Fucking animal freaks are all out in chat today. Damn all of you. Damn you all to hell. It's like people who are like, you should get fish. It's like, no. I do not want to take care of fish. You crazy? Fish tanks suck to clean. Ugh, so much work. And like, you don't even really get to hold the fish.